Leviathan. This starts with a violent end.
What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Hawk. It's been over a week since I did a video for you guys. I've been busy with school, busy with work, busy for a whole bunch of things, and I've been playing a lot of Destiny as well. Looking forward to getting you guys some Destiny gameplay, some Destiny. No one really wants to do a, how should I say this? To do a walkthrough of this game would be pretty, it wouldn't be that good. I'm not gonna lie, because the missions are pretty convoluted and confusing as of themselves. And when you pretty much, as a review for this, I'm just gonna break down some of the details and my opinion on it. And you play on the same planet, like the same planets, start off from the same point, and the story is kind of disjointed in the sense that you're not really connected with the character. You're not connected, even though you do make the character, you customize him or her, you level him up, and you're going around collecting loot, and you have your little ghost, who, to me, the ghost is more of a nuisance than anything, but that's just my personal opinion. But in terms of the story, it's really lacking in that aspect. And then once you're towards the end of the level, like say you're like level 18, 19, you're just playing out the rest of the game just to finish it. You're not really like excited or really anticipating what's gonna happen at the end. You're just like, I just want to get it over with. And that's the feeling that I went into, like basically the last few missions with. That's the mentality that I went with. Now in terms of the loot system, from level 1 to level 20, you'll be leveling up. You'll have had a lot of fun picking up gear. Mainly, my main point of advice would be always play this game with a friend. Don't play, if you want to play solo, you can do like some patrol missions or something like that. But for strike missions, multiplayer, you really want to have maybe 2 or 3, like your friends, or like a party of 3. If you're playing 6v6, you want to have a party. Just because the multiplayer aspect of this game does rely on somewhat of skill. The guys that are good at getting headshots, the guys that are good at aiming at targets on the move, people jumping in the air, people that are good at sneaking up on people and stuff like that, those guys will always do so much better. And not only that, but the gear that they have accumulated as well. So if I were to play Destiny and grind it out for a few hours, I end up getting 1 or 2 maybe rare items depending on my level. Legendary items, I have yet to actually find one through any of the quests or strikes, and actually my first legendary item, I had to go and buy it for like 2,000 limit. So in terms of grinding the game, from level 20 and up, to level up you need to acquire gear that has light levels, and that in and of itself is a grind. So right now I'm currently at level 23. I wish there was a way to show how many hours I've actually put into this game since its release. But the question I have to put up to you guys, and the question that I have as like the main title of this commentary, is how long will this game last? Now, a lot of the people finish the game within maybe 3 days. They finish the campaign and they're trying to get their light armor. They're playing the Crucible. And the one thing that I don't like about the Vanguard, it forces you to play multiplayer. To either get the Crucible marks or the Vanguard marks, you are forced to play multiplayer, and that is something that you may not be, like some people, the multiplayer is not for them. They can just play it for 5 minutes and be like, yeah, I don't want to play this anymore, and then either they're left to play strike missions or go and replay the story missions over and over and over and over again. So that is something that you have to consider, and that's why I'm kind of wondering what they will bring in terms of DLC, and that be like good DLC support and different monthly events and strike missions and heroic missions are what's going to keep this game alive. Always put in the enticing consumers with legendary gear and stuff throughout the month, throughout the week, is probably the only way that this game is going to keep the gamers that are attracted to it. So I'm not 100% sure if I want to get the DLC. The campaign mode was a little bit of a letdown for me. I do like the fact that you can get, I even actually got a new hover bike, or the Sparrow, whatever it is, from actually one of the chests. So it is cool to see that you can get a whole host of different gear. You can probably hear a dog barking in the background. It's my neighbor's dog. But anyways, a whole different bunch of gear that you can pick up just from chests. It's also fun to go chest hunting, well, after you've completed strike missions and story and you play a little bit of Crucible campaign, Crucible competitive. That's, you know, that in and of itself is another whole thing, an aspect. There are also vendors that only show up at certain times. I don't know if I'll put some footage of him in here, and I'm not too sure if I've actually put in footage of my character level and the gear that I have right now. But anyways, if you guys just saw that knifing gameplay, that was actually the sword gameplay. That was actually my favorite mission so far in the whole game, the entire campaign. And the only thing is that you can only use that sword for that instance, and that's the only thing that sucks. You never get to use the sword again. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed Destiny. If you haven't picked up the game already, you don't have to buy it. Maybe you can rent it, test it out like that. I'm pretty sure after maybe 3 to 4 hours you will be hooked on it and you will want to buy it. But overall, story wasn't so good. Multiplayer, not for everybody. But in terms of if you're really into collecting and looting and, you know, upgrading and collecting stuff in terms of gameplay and collecting loot, this game is for you, because you will be doing that for hours on end. Just don't forget to, you know, do some studying and stuff in the meanwhile too. So anyways, thank you guys, take care.